Okay, we're working on doing this kicker ratchet gear in there. So I made up this holding fixture here. And that one locked in too. So there's a long dowel pin here, 2-inch long dowel pin. So I just have it there, shave the bolt off flat so it sits flat. So this is our stopper. It goes on the back side over here, like that, and holds it. And on this side here, we have this one here, which is one of these things like this, that I put a small dimple in it. Once again, I got a bolt for a holding fixture. And now when I push on the other side of the press, and push it against this one underneath it, and crush it flat. This is our centering jig in here, which is right here. So it's rubbing on it lightly right now, but that's centered the kicker ratchet in the basket coming off our bearing right here. So the tapered head goes on the inside, so it's flush in here. And then out here is where the rivet head would be, and I'm making these flush by just crushing them in. So they tend to walk over a little bit, that's why they're slightly off center. But you can see where the tool here pushes up against the basket here. It's a solid press. Okay, so we got one hole here. So you can see how the other rivet's still in there from we use for alignment. So you push these on in. There it goes. Find the spot it wants to go in it. Which one was it? That one there. So I have to hold this in here and then flip it over and keep it on that spot. Semi-difficult to do. I think it moved. Yeah, it was on it. Okay, I just slide it in without moving it. This comes in right like that. Move it off. Okay, we got these two blocks over here, and then we put this other one over here, and that keeps the basket straight when you press on it. So you just center it up over the rivet, and it's going to go sideways a little bit. Can't seem to stop it from doing that. Put 500 right over here, up to 500 or 5, which is 5 tons pressure. Put a little squeeze on it, and that dimples it in there. So see where it pushes on that. It's got a little bit of a radius head to it because this here has a little radius to it. So they're not in there 100% all the way across the whole area, but they're not moving anywhere. They're tight. So now we just got this one left to do over here. See if it comes out. There it goes. Our drill setup is pretty accurate because we can actually pull these out. You got to beat them in and out. So I'll put that last one in there. Which one is it? First one. So same deal. Flip it over. And it's moving on me a little bit. It doesn't really have much of a center to push against, so it's hard to feel it. Need to come up with a better way of centering that, but I haven't figured out one yet. So far we only had one that was off center, so I pushed the rivet through, we had to redo it. It's going to go to the left. If I can make it go this other way. Nope. It wants to go that way. It comes back a little bit. It does that when it tries to go back in its groove. So that's that one there. And this side here we're nice and flat. So the basket's in there spinning, so you gotta make sure you're on it. So yeah, it rotates, so that means we're close. See the rub mark right there where it's hitting. Plug fit. Just enough drag, you gotta tap it. Okay, so that's how that goes. This here's our ratchet gear right here. Well, that's a precision fit there, look at that. Goes like that, and you gotta make sure it works, see? Okay, so everything seems to be working correctly. Looks like it's supposed to. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to back cut these teeth here with a grinder. Put a little negative angle to it so it'll dig in better. Can you see that? So right now it's just at 90 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that at a negative angle so it'll hook in. And I'll have to cut these teeth over here also, so you see they're at 90 degrees, kind of roughly stamped. So we'll go cut this also with a grinder and make them when they grab on each other, they hook into each other. That way you won't get Sportster knee very easily anyway. Okay, so to do that we're going to have to push this bushing down so I got access for a grinder, and then we'll go back and grind it. So we'll come back when we do that.